Yeah, so that game was probably not the way everybody expected it to turn out. We're supposed to go after. We're supposed to go out of that game with a win, but we did not. And it's actually really disappointing. It's disappointing considering the fact that we actually played well. I think we played well in this game. I think we actually played very well, at least for majority of the game, except for the fact that we weren't able to score goals. And that's really why we lost this game. We weren't able to score goals. Should be outscoring teams like this, but we just weren't able to outscore them. And about why we lost the game, I think that was just a moment of lapses in concentration because I mean it's the 70 something minute of the game. You're already okay. It's actually 80 something. I think 85th minute. You're already winning with just one goal. You're trying to defend. You should know that the corners from that point on are going to be very very crucial, and you should try your best to try to defend them. But these players, man, sometimes they kind of just lose their minds. They just lose their minds. I mean, you play very well up to the point where you get a goal, and then you just take your foot off the gas, which is just very 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 preposterous. Like it's just unbearable. It's unbearable for Manchester, for people that call themselves Manchester United player. It's not easy to play football, but then I mean you're being paid to do it, so you need to try your best. But considering a corner at that kind of time when you're trying to defend the one goal lead is just it's just not it, man. It's just disappointing. It's really 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 disappointing. You know, like Bowen shouldn't even be able to head that ball. Like he shouldn't be able to get his head to the border easily, but that was not the case. If somebody had just defended against Bowen properly, would have gone away with 3 points in this game. But these players sometimes they just tend to lose concentration and then they just tend to lose focus, and these kind of things happens. But anyways, talking about the overall game, I really don't think we play very bad. I just think it's a situation whereby we don't have enough players of high quality in our squad. I think that's the problem. We don't have enough high quality players. That's just the fact. I think we should have a better defensive midfielder than Bruno Fernandes. Not to say that he's not playing well there, but we just need better quality in that CM. We need better quality. We need someone with better defensive qualities in that central midfield because our midfield is still a problem. It's still a problem. It's been obvious, like for the past 5 games, our midfield just gets walked through every time. So whether I like it or not, the midfield is actually still a problem. And then another player that is just not really living up to it right now is Mateus Cunha. I mean, there was this scenario in the game where I think there was a rebound from Mbumo's shot, and then he just took it first time. I feel like if he's a better player or if he's a player that is actually better than that, I think your instinct will be to like cut it back a little bit. If you had just cut it back a little bit and then shot, that would have been a goal. Cutting it back gives you enough time to place the ball, which Cunha has enough quality to do, but he just did not cut it back, which is why I really don't. I just feel like he's not really that clever. To be honest, he's not the most clever player. He's really talented, yes, but sometimes he's just not very clever, and that's where I have issues with Mateus Cunha. And then I really think we need to sign better players. I think Amorim is actually a very good coach. It's obvious so far, like his work is showing. I just think he needs better players to play in the squad. I think that's the problem right now. We get better players in the squad, and then we begin to actually win games because this should have been a win. This should have been a win. We played very well. We literally outplayed them for majority of the game. But then it's just that after scoring a goal, the players started playing like they were tired. They just started playing as if they're tired, which is just very, very annoying. It's just very annoying. They shouldn't be playing like they're tired. And then another issue is the fact that we don't really have enough quality off the bench. You take Casemiro out of the game and then the whole thing becomes a mess. Ugarte is just not. I just don't feel like he's good enough to play for Manchester United. Like he might be a good player also, but I just feel like he's not really played. Like so far, he has not really showed that he's good enough. He has not really showed that he's good enough, and then like it's just really annoying. It's actually annoying because I feel like the rest of for majority of the game they really played very well. I mean they played very very well, but then it comes to the moment of defending the corner, and then you just slip off. You just slip off and forget that you're supposed to really defend and prevent them from scoring. That's just very very disappointing. This is very very disappointing, and now everybody's gonna start heaping blames on Amorim. I really think he doesn't deserve it. I really think Amorim doesn't deserve it. I think if you check from the moment when he joined till now, I think we've really improved significantly. We've actually very very much improved, considering the fact that we just signed I think 4 players under him. We've signed just 4 players. We've actually improved. So I really don't think Amorim is the problem. If you still think Amorim is the problem, then you I don't know what you are looking at. But I really think Amorim is not a problem. I think he's actually performing well compared to what we had before. Like we actually play very well. We dominated most part of these games. The coach can only just teach the players what he wants. Quality of players really matters. That's what I believe. Quality of players matters. Sometimes Madrid don't even look at Real Madrid. Like sometimes they won't even play very well, but there will just be moments in the game where the quality of players just show, and then it's enough for them to win the games. A lot of things, even when Liverpool went from to the same situation, they may not play very very well, but they just have very good players that can just create something out of nothing. So the coach can do his best, can organize how to defend, organize the attack, but then the quality of the player absolutely matters in the end. Absolutely matters in the end. You can't just discard player quality because of you cannot just say, oh, the coach. The quality of players actually matters. And right now, the unfortunate truth is that at Manchester United, we really don't have that quality on starting 11 off the bench. We just really don't have that kind of quality that we need yet. I believe it's going to take some time, but I really think we're on the right path. I think we're on the right path. So I don't think everybody should just start heaping blames on Amorim yet, because I really don't feel like it's his fault. If it was his fault, I would say it out. Although some mistakes I think he made was leaving Brandon Bumo on. Brandon Bumo was obviously tired. Could have taken him off earlier. Left Matheus Cunha. I didn't think Cunha was tired. Cunha was actually tired too, yeah, because there was this time where he made a very sluggish pass to, I think, Diogo Dallo, or it was actually Dogu. Actually, Dogu. We made a very terrible pass to him and then we lost the ball. But overall, I really think we played very well. And one player that really came to hurt us, Kama came back to beat us at some point, and in the form of Wan-Bissaka, because Wan-Bissaka was just very very good against us today. I think it was like man of the match for me. Wan-Bissaka. We should have had the goal in the first half, but you remember that goal line clearance that he did in the first half. That is just classic. See the way he just locked down that wing. He just locked down that left wing. Like nobody could do anything. Dogu couldn't cross. Konya couldn't do anything. Dalo couldn't do. Nobody could do anything. Like he literally just locked that position in. And that's player they still keep comparing to Dalo. Like I don't know how these people think. Saka is a top player. Like ever since joining West Ham, he's been their player. He's been their best player so far ever since joining West Ham, in my opinion. And data even shows, because he won player of the season for them last season. So it shows Wan-Bissaka is a phenomenal player. I don't know why Ten Hag just decided to discard him for 5 million. Like I really still can't wrap my head around it, to be honest. It's just the most preposterous thing a manager has ever done at Manchester United. How do you look at that kind of player and decide, oh, you want to just throw him away? Like it really still flies around my head. I still really can't figure it out. And you hear some people saying, oh, he's not very good in the offensive third. Most of the threat of the left wing of the right wing of West Ham came from Wan-Bissaka. He came from Wan-Bissaka, like Bowen and Wan-Bissaka. Most of the three came from Wan-Bissaka, to be honest. The guy is press resistant. The guy is very good defensively. I mean, the guy is just perfect. But then you have some people who say, oh, he's not that good, and then you have a coach that is that is just not good. Ten Hag is just a terrible coach. Come and discard that kind of player. So it's just sad. It's just sad that Wan-Bissaka is no longer a Manchester United player. And then I think that this match was actually his revenge match. I think this match was his revenge match, because he really just stopped us today. He stopped us. We could have had a goal in the first half. He prevented it single-handedly prevented us from getting a goal in the first half. And then in the second half too, he really caused problems. He distorted our attacks. Going forward too, he was a menace, absolute menace. I think Wan-Bissaka is just a very very top player. And overall, I think we did not really play very bad. It's just the players sometimes they're just. That's what I'm saying. If you have top players that are always on top after every time of the game, that kind of corner you should defend. It's something you should put all your money into defending it. But then the players decided to sleep off, and then they get an equalizer. It's just sad, man. It's just actually sad. It's just sad. That's what I'm talking about. Player quality. You need player quality to build a world class team. I believe that we'll get there. I believe Amorim is the right man to stick with, and I believe it's just a matter of time for we'll get there. So I think in the next match we should see some improvements. But this game should have definitely won. But like realistically, nobody should be thinking, oh, it's gonna be done in the first season. But we're getting there slowly, slowly. We're getting there. Amorim is not. I'm not saying Amorim is the best coach in the world or is perfect. He's far from it because he makes mistakes too. But I think if we have better players, then we were a better team. So let me just know your thoughts on this chat, on this on the video. Let me know your thoughts on the game, and then you just follow or like and subscribe to the channel if you are new to it. So I'm gonna be making videos like this. I'm just gonna pause on FC content for the meantime. I'm just gonna continue this kind of videos. So if you enjoyed it, just let me know your opinions in comment, and see you in the next video.